Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Hope you can hear me. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back. You guys, so I totally was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do my reading outside. The moment I got outside, it started raining. And you know, I like to keep my little crystals on the table. So we can't be outside in the rain. We can't let our crystals melt, especially selenite, and we can't let our cards get wet. So we are inside right now. And we're also preparing to head out of town for ceremony. So I've got a load of clothes in the wash. I've been eating fruit all day. But I really wanted, I don't know, I just wanted to get you guys another reading before I'm gone for the next few days. So you won't get a reading from me tomorrow or Friday, and possibly not even Saturday, because I do have pre-ceremony calls for my next ceremony that's happening next month, okay? So your girl is busy, but it's all good. Anyway, let's jump into this energy and sling some cards. Yeah, because I don't know. It's just like I felt like, yeah, I needed to get this message out, whatever this is. Shifts. Yeah. Something that was done improperly is being redone properly. That's a download I got from Dream State last night. And family is significant. I don't know, like something like an uncle. Anyway. Ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, the legions who walk with me every day. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for my tribe. Thank you for showing me what I need to see and telling me what I need to know so I can support the tribe as we live, learn, thrive, and grow. As above, so below, and so it is because it is so. So you guys, the start of this video, I gotta apologize. So sometimes I set my video up and it just starts, you know, like I don't have to press play. I'll just turn it on. I'm like video and it just starts. So clearly I wasn't ready. I didn't have my earbuds in, but here we are. Now we're ready to go. Okay. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone who likes, comments, shares, and subscribes to these videos. Thank you for hyping the video. Those of you who do, I really appreciate you. Like that, when you hype the video, it puts my videos in the algorithm so more people can get the messages. When you share the videos, it puts the videos in the algorithm so more people can get the messages. That's how the YouTube algorithm works. If you watch but you don't like it, you don't interact, it doesn't promote the video to anybody else, right? You're telling the algorithm, no, this wasn't worth anybody else watching. So if you get anything out of these videos, if it resonates with you at all on any level, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, hit the bell, put it on all, right? Not just personalized, because I don't do personalized readings. They're for the tribe. So hit all and then hype the video. That's your new thing, is hyping the video. And that's probably because there's you probably have seen a lot of influencers and content people trying to help people kind of cheat the algorithm. And I do know a lot of people buy their subscribers. Clearly, I'm not buying mine. But yeah, like, so hype the video, right? Like it really helps. And then if you just, like, if you fuck with me, if you like my vibe, promote the channel. That's how we do this, all right? That is also a way to energetically donate to the channel. It's not always about sending money or buying super chats. It really can be as simple as liking the video. It's a big deal to like it. I'm telling you, it's a big deal to like it. Sharing it and then hyping the video. That's just as good as sending money. Okay? All right, let's get it. Seven of Pentacles is the first card out. Seven of Pentacles talks about investing something. The Devil, doubts, insecurities, and fears. And Page of Wands says something wants to jump off. Page of Wands is a jumping off point. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some hesitancy to start something new. Nine of Swords, yeah. Yeah, there's some real concern. Like instead of investing your time into whatever the new thing is, you're more or less investing your time into being worried about what the new thing is. So y'all know how this goes. Take what resonates, right? Six of Pentacles. So it's like being concerned. Somebody's concerned that something isn't going to be fair. Something isn't going to shake out or shape up. And there's swords on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. This is interesting. I kind of can tell why it was like, no, get this message out. Like somebody needs to hear this. So let's see. We're going to put those back. I didn't like the way the two fell out. I didn't like the way they fell, but let's see if they come back out. Ten of Wands. Someone's burdened. I'm really picking up on some fear from the past is holding somebody back from moving forward. It's something about it though, strength. Okay. So it's like I'm getting like whatever it is you're afraid of, you actually don't have to be, because yes, you've been through a lot, but you've been through so much and you've been through enough that you don't have to be concerned about whatever this new thing is. Like it's almost like you're not trusting your own discernment or something. All right, let's see. Two cards flipped again. I'm gonna go ahead and switch decks. The way these cards are coming out, it's a little sticky, icky. We'll come back to it if we have to. All the background noise, y'all. All the background noise. All right, let's shuffle here. It's nice outside. It's not, no, it's not true. It's humid as hell. Y'all, so this ceremony, okay, it's supposed to be thunderstorms where I live, and I'm going to travel about 3.5 hours to where I hold ceremony. I don't have ceremony where I live. Clearly, I live in a neighborhood, right? So I cannot have ceremony here. So I travel 3.5 hours out for ceremony. And it's supposed to be raining during ceremony, so it depends on the medicine and the shaman. The medicine I usually sit with in ceremony with people, I don't prefer the rain. This particular medicine this week is rain friendly. So y'all, if you don't know much about sacred ceremonies, click the description box below. Get on my website. On my website, you'll click the tab and go down to see ceremonies and rituals. Read that page, and if you're interested, click join the wait list. That'll get you on a list to receive details about the upcoming ceremony. Okay, I'm not a shaman where you can just jump into a ceremony with me. I actually have to ask you some questions first to make sure this is a good time, a good fit, and the medicine is appropriate for what you want to accomplish. Okay, all right, let's see. Spirit, what is this? So King of Rods. Now we're talking. Now we got some information out here. So there's a King of Rods who's afraid. Three of Coins. There it is. See, that Three of Coins is at the bottom of the last deck, remember? There's a King of Rods who's afraid to move forward. Ten of Blades. Yeah, they've been betrayed before. Damn, Nine of Blades. What's behind the Nine of Blades? And Eight of Rods. Yeah, and so this is something. And look, this Nine of Blades is touching the Nine of Swords already out here. This person is seriously. I'm gonna be honest. There is some type of trauma. There's this masculine energy. Again, take what resonates. You can be female in the King of Rods energy, and Rods is wands. Okay. So Aries, Leo, Sag energy is very afraid. Like this King of Rods and this Three of Coins is touching this Devil card. So this guy is afraid to invest in something new. This guy's afraid to move forward because it's something they've experienced in their past. Okay, and this Eight of Rods, they may communicate this. They may have communicated like, look, I've been through something already. It turned out to be not great. And so I really, I just have a lot of burdens right now. I'm really not trying to move. I'm really not trying to do anything new because I've got this mess from the past. Yeah. Eight of Blades. So this is a limiting mindset. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you right now, the energetic feeling of this is whatever this is that this King of Rods is saying, no, I can't, it's actually a good thing. And this is someone who is saying no to a blessing. And I think what's interesting is that what I'm hearing and what I'm getting is part of why they're saying like, no, is because this is a miracle. And do you guys understand what a miracle is? It's something that you don't expect and it's out of the ordinary. And if you're traumatized, if you really haven't healed, that can seem like a trick, right? And we have sayings like, if something's too good to be true, it usually is. This guy is on that type time. Okay, so whatever is being presented in this Page of Wands energy, this Three of Coins, Page of Wands, like it's new, it's fresh, let's jump, let's go. It appears too good to be true. So this guy says it probably is. And they're not going to risk getting hurt the way they've already been hurt. We understand that, don't we, tribe? We know about that. Look at the devil again. And this devil is coming out on top of the other devil. So this devil is now going to touch the King of Rods, the Three of Coins. It's already touching the devil. Okay? So a lot of fear. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to go so far as to say trauma. 2 devils, 2 Nine of Swords out here. I mean, this, a 10 of Blades and a 10 of Wands. And this person, I heard they got put through the ringer. This man got put through the ringer. And so, yeah, they're just not open to anything new. Eight of Blades is still at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Rods. Yeah. They're very afraid. It's what's interesting is they're fighting their own nature at this point. They're fighting their own nature because they're so afraid. I cannot tell you, and this is me putting on my psychologist hat, okay? Again, if you want to know my background, description box below, go to my website, click the About page. I have a really interesting background. But this is me as a psychologist saying, when you start to resist who you are, like when you're so afraid that you can't be yourself, you want to do something about that, okay? You want to consider talk therapy. You want to consider group work. There's some wonderful online group options these days for people who are like, okay, I want something, but I don't want a traditional therapist. Oh, what was that name of that one program? It was so good. I'll have to find it for you guys, but it's online group therapy. And they don't, you're working with people, you're working with professionals. Some of them are therapists, some of them are not, but you're working things out in a group setting, and they preset the topic, but you join a group and you jump into the group, and it's a really cool way, especially people who've been isolated for a while, to jump back into community, but online first. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to, God, I wish I could remember. But the bottom line is, if you find yourself in this kind of situation where you're just like, you're so afraid because of something that happened in the past and you just don't know how to make it forward, you really do want to reach out for support. You really do. And you don't have to do therapy, right? You can find your group somewhere. There's all types of groups all over the place. You can find somebody like me. Get on my website, book a coaching session. Get on my website, register for one of my courses, right? Get on my website, sign up for ceremony with me, okay? So many different ways you can handle this level of fear, this level of resistance. Because at this point, this guy isn't just resisting something new. He's resisting who he is. This is the King of Rods. This is fire energy. This is, let's go, let's get it popping. You know, let's boom, boom, boom. You guys know fire signs. You know an Aries, Leo, or Sag in your life. They bring the heat. This guy is not bringing heat. He's bringing cold. He's bringing fear. He's bringing fear. Page of Blades. And this 10 of Blades and Sun of Blades. Yeah. It's like he's become the observer in his life. He's not in the driver's seat anymore. And he does have a concern that he's watching his life pass him by. He is concerned about that. But it's like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Like, well, but the trauma happened, so I can't act like everything is fine when it's not. But I don't want to miss out on what's in front of me. And so I feel like he really is not even back and forth, but really just feels stuck. There's that Nine of Rods again. This guy's tired. He's frustrated. And I'm saying guy, but again, take what resonates, because it could be a female. Here's the Queen of Coins. Okay, so now we got it. This King of Rods has got his eye on the Queen of Coins. Ah, we see now. Okay. So this King of Rods has happened upon the feminine energy that seems to have it all together. That's the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is a woman who has a business, has a family. You know, she's doing this, she's doing that. Queen of Coins makes shit shake. Okay. She also is someone who's very grounded. She's not a Queen of Wands who's like I'm too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. The Queen of Coins is someone who is grounded about their business, has routine, has structure, and has a certain flow. Okay, a very mature energy. Very much so. So this King of Rods actually feels safe around this Queen of Coins because of how grounded her energy is. But it's almost, again, it's like he's not trusting himself, okay? He's resisting who he is about this. Nine of Elixirs. He's thinking this Queen of Coins is his dream come true. In the energy, she might be. But again, it's almost like he feels not as mature as this Queen of Coins. And it's like, and here's the thing, this guy may have been hurt in the past, but he's feeling like he's going to be the one to mess up this connection. This is interesting energy. Ace of Rods. You guys got to drop me a comment and let me know how this is resonating. Let me know how this is for you. Ace of Rods. Yeah. Yeah, this Queen of Coins represents a new beginning, a new opportunity to start fresh for this King of Rods. And he's so scared. He is so afraid. Six of Coins again. Afraid that it won't be equal give and take. Afraid that it won't be a balanced connection. Even though this is a Queen of Coins, this is somebody who comes with their own stuff. This is not, the Queen of Coins is not coming to leech or to mooch off of anybody. Okay. This guy's afraid he can't match the passion. That's interesting because this is a King of Rods, but I can get that. Whatever they've been through, because they're mostly in swords energy, it's like their own fire has gone out. And so they feel like they don't have, like I said, like a King of Rods usually brings the heat, but this guy ain't bringing no heat, okay? And he knows this. He's bringing more cold. He's more in swords energy. So it's like he knows this is not going to sustain a connection. He knows this. This is very interesting. Three of Elixirs. But he wants to, like, something about him still wants this, even though he feels like he can't. We got the Hierophant and the King of Coins. This was a divine setup. And that's what I thought. This was the, you know, sometimes we can go through things in life and we say to the universe or whoever we pray to, whatever we believe in, you know, God, Allah, you know, whoever, universe, if you will help me, if you will show me that there's something better out there, I'll let this go, right? If I could just be around, and guys, I've had this kind of prayer before, you know, show me there's a decent person out there, and da-da-da-da. And I feel like something like this happened, and the universe says, okay, well, here's a decent person. Here's someone who would never do to you what the last person did to you. But just because the universe puts a miracle, a blessing on your path, doesn't mean that you've healed enough to receive the blessing. So you've got to be in receptivity. You got to be in a place of receptivity to receive a blessing, to receive a miracle. Lots of people pray for miracles. Lots of people pray for blessings, and they get them, but they don't receive them. The blessing and the miracle will sit right there. You guys, my mentor years ago told me something. You guys have probably already heard this, but I'll remind you. You know, you can pray all you want. The universe, the moment you desire something, the universe makes it so. But so many people have clutter. Okay, they have something already in the way, and they're unwilling to move it out of the way to receive the thing they ask for. And then they say, oh, God isn't real, he didn't answer my prayer, or the law of attraction doesn't work, or, you know, They blame it on something other than their unwillingness to put themselves into receptivity. And that something like that is happening here. This person, this King of Rods, put out some type of SOS to the universe, like, hey, I just want to be I want to be around a good woman. I want a good woman, one that isn't going to be a gold digger, one that isn't going to cheat, right? Okay. A woman who's got her own stuff together, so she's not trying to take my stuff. Okay. So here's a Queen of Coins. She got her own stuff. She ain't going to take yours. Oh, well, I can't because the past, oof. And so listen, tribe, take what resonates. Find yourself in this situation. If you're the Queen of Coins, how are you moving? Do you recognize that you're around somebody who isn't healed enough to receive what you're offering? If you're this King of Rods, how are you moving? Are you so unwilling to let go of the past that you are just refuse to receive the blessing and the miracle that's in front of you? 5 of Elixirs. This is signifying some type of loss. And I guarantee you the loss will be on the side of the King of Rods, not the Queen of Coins here. 8 of Elixirs. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And this is coming out on this 8 of Elixirs is coming out on the Queen of Coins and the Ace of Rods. So this Queen of Coins, like I said, the Queen of Coins is going to keep going. This energy is already grounded. They're already grounded. They're ready for whatever's next with this Ace of Rods right here and this 8 of Elixirs. So wherever the divine now leads this Queen of Coins, that's where the Queen of Coins is going to go. Don't forget, the King of Rods didn't produce any heat. King of Rods has been in a swords type stance with this Queen of Coins. So, transformation at the bottom of the deck. An ending is coming, especially after that 8 of Elixirs. Did I see an ending is coming? Okay, well, here's the World card. An ending is coming. And this ending is divinely guided. Again, the divine brought these two together. The King of Rods says, no, I'm not ready. So the divine is now going to take them apart. I mean that, and you got to know that. You've got to know the divine is not going to let a Queen of Coins who's ready to rock sit in stagnation with somebody who hasn't healed yet. So if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like, oh, I found my person, but they're not ready, keep going. They'll catch up. Or not. Okay. That's what this is. Knight of Blades. Oof. Temperance, that's what I'm talking about. And this Temperance is coming out in the Hierophant and the King of Coins. Yeah, the divine is not, no. This was meant to be a blessing. This is meant to change this King of Rods' life. He did not receive it. So now that's it. But the Queen of Coins is going to be moved so she can remain in this inner grounded, stable energy. Yeah. Got a 3 of Rods right here. And an Emperor. Yeah. So the Queen of Rods was also asking to be placed with somebody decent. And the divine thought this was a good match. But again, with the King of Rods refusing, now there is an Emperor, a different energy coming in. Knight of Blades still at the bottom of the deck, coming in for this Queen of Coins. This is gonna, the King of Rods might feel some kind of way, or they might not, right? They might just be like, yeah, I knew it wasn't for me or something. People, Queen of Elixirs, people tell themselves whatever they want to justify their unwillingness to grow and evolve. I used to ask my clients, what excuse are you making to not be great? What's your excuse for not being great? Right now, you have an excuse for not being great. What is it? And people will tell you, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, or I have kids, or I'm married. They have all these excuses for why they're not great. I'm gonna leave that there. And judgment. Judgment is touching the world and temperance. Child, and the world and temperance is sitting on top of the Hierophant. This is so about what the divine is doing. It's so divinely guided and influenced and inspired. These people are... it's what the divine wants. It's what the divine is doing. It's what the divine... Because these are two people who both prayed to divine. I'm telling you. They both said, I want this. I got put together. And the King of Rods is like, yeah, but I actually can't show up. So the divine was like, okay, cool. But I still got to answer this Queen of Coins' prayer too. So you didn't want what I offered. She was willing. Now we got to get her a version of Whore of Elixirs. Yeah. And here's the thing. You got to know, the divine is never going to push you or rush you or force you into healing. That's not how the divine works. The divine is going to give you an opportunity to heal. But if you don't take the opportunity to heal, then that's on you. You will watch your blessings pass you by. You will watch your life pass you by. And you can make whatever excuse you want to, but that's on you. The divine listened, heard, responded. You didn't receive. I had a Queen of Rods. Wow. This, I'm telling you, this would have been a great match. This would have been a great match. Unfortunately, I don't believe it's, you know, they're not going to find out. They're not going to know about it. Yeah, 8 of Coins. Wow. Yeah, this Queen, and what I'm getting is the Queen of Coins, Queen of Rods, because understand we have a King of Rods, Queen of Coins, King of Coins, Queen of Rods. We have matches out here. The way this Queen of Coins, Queen of Rods handled it was so mature. So there was no force. There was no, oh my God, you know, like none of that happened. This Queen of Coins maintained their composure and did not lose themselves. Didn't lose themselves in the situation. Can you imagine praying for something and you get it and it doesn't want you? You pray to God, hey, I want a decent man, one who isn't going to cheat, one who, you know, is only going to, and then, you know, God introduces you to this man, only he's too hurt from his past to be with you. That's what happened for this Queen of Coins. And she didn't lose her composure. She didn't lose her shit. Four of Elixirs still at the bottom of the... This King of Rods is like in this Four of Elixirs. So about, I just don't have what I used to. That they cannot accept they've got something better. That 10 of Coins is for that Queen of Rods. And so is this Magician card. See, this Queen of Rods is going to manifest anyway. That's what I'm saying. That, y'all, and that's how God be doing. When we let go of what doesn't serve us, God brings us better than we can imagine. Better than we can imagine. But again, if we're not open to receiving it, we'll never know. The King of Rods is not open to receiving better than they can imagine, but this Queen of Rods is. And that's exactly what's about to happen. This Queen of Rods is about to receive, because they've manifested better than they could have even ever imagined. Choices with 7 of Elixirs at the bottom of the deck. E40, everybody got choices. Y'all know I love that. 7 of Rods, I'm telling you. Because this Queen of Coins has been through a lot, just like the King of, this King of Rods has. They both have been through a lot. They both have stood their ground. They both have been battling. You know, they both have. Wow. Page of Rods. Wow. Yeah. And see, this queen of rods is not afraid of this page of rods. We started off with, you know, somebody's afraid of a page of wands. Yeah, it ain't the queen of rods. She's like, bout and bat it, let's go. Because she didn't forget herself. She can still bring the heat. She's still ready to jump off. All right, let's go. Divine feminine energy. For sure. And I will tell you, had this King of Rods accepted the gift, they would have been promoted to divine masculine energy, right? There would have been that, we saw that death card, there would have been that transformation. That's what got missed. That's a whole word in here. Somebody missed out on their transformation. Somebody missed out on ascending to the next level because they were so afraid based on what happened to them in the past. Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So this is a whole miracle, a whole blessing. I keep saying it. Whoa, that flipped and kept flipping. Wow. 10 of Elixirs, you guys. You know? Wisdom, harmony, dreams, happiness, love, passion. That's where this Queen of Rods is going. That's what she's jumping off to. And she's jumping away. Like, if you could see these cards, away from the King of Rods. Not because she didn't want the King of Rods. The King of Rods simply wasn't ready to receive her. All right, let's go. Final messages. 7 of Blades. It's something about keeping it private, though. 9 of Rods. Keeping it private. Again, this Queen of Rods, Queen of Coins, has been through just as much as this King of Rods has. And one of the things that she's learned is how to move in silence as a way to protect yourself. The Hermit. Hermit's touching the 8 of Coins and the Emperor, and I'm being told to leave the reading here. I'm being told that's the reading, that's the message, so we're going to stop. Wow. I don't know if I would even call this a breakup, because I don't feel like a connection was ever really made or solidified. The King of Rods was too fearful to actually solidify a connection. So it's like this Queen of Rods is literally just going to move away silently. Definitely Irish goodbye. Yep. All right, leaving this reading here. This has been your reading. I hope it brought you clarity and confirmation. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If this resonated with you, drop me a black heart emoji in the comments below and let me know. Hype up the video and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop a read, it will show up in your feed. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, take what resonates and leave the rest behind for the next person. And in between now and the next time I drop a reading for you, trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Peace.